Welcome back once again for another Bosch and Roll video. Today I'm playing Legacy, and what we're up to today is pushing the limit of this new card from Commander Legends called Hullbreacher. So Hullbreacher is a merfolk pirate for 2 colorless and a blue. It has flash. When an opponent would draw a card, except the first one they draw in each of their draw steps, instead you create a treasure token. So, important things to note about this card. The way it's worded, it's if they would draw a card except the first one they draw in each draw step, that is better than Leovold. It's better than Narset. That this is worded like Chains of Mephistopheles. So things like Ice Fang Coatl to draw a card on your opponent's turn, or like Accumulated Knowledge to draw one card on your opponent's turn. Even those lines are cut off. So Hullbreacher, unforgiving, and what it does is it turns those draws into treasures for me. And the type of deck that would like a bunch of artifacts and mana laying around is this one. I spoke on the Eternal Glory podcast during spoiler season about Hullbreacher and how it seems just tailor-made to push the Urza Echo deck up a tier. I've played this deck on the channel before. It's fun, it's powerful, but it was missing something. And I'm here today to figure out if Hullbreacher is what it was missing. So, what the Urza Echo deck does, if you're not familiar, uh, Echo of Aeons is Time Twister. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library and then draws 7. It costs 6. And then on the flashback, it's Time Twister. It costs 2 and a blue. And Lion's Eye Diamond discards your hand while giving you 3 mana. So LED plus Echo of Aeons. The plan is that you play out all these artifacts, these 0 mana artifacts, the fast mana, then you Echo, you get 7, you play them out again, and somewhere along the line you draw enough cards and generate enough mana to get Narset or Urza into play, or Karn, and then you just do something unfair. Narset was the big combo before, because if you Echo with Narset in play, your opponent draws 1 card instead of 7. Now we have 7 Narsets instead of 4. You could have 8 if you wanted to, but these Hullbreacher slots had to come from somewhere, and I didn't think cutting the enablers was the answer. But now we have 7 Narset effects, and this one is easier to cast. Like, getting to double blue in this deck is actually kind of a challenge, or at least it's hard to do on turn 2 or turn 1. But Hullbreacher could regularly come down turn 1 or turn 2 and immediately start punishing the game. I would like to shout out to a couple people. Callum Smith, White Faces, at I Came to Game, Pemin, and Marcus Ewald, Truckus. These folks all loaned me Hullbreachers so I could play this league. Hullbreacher is a brand new card from a limited run set. It's running about 70 tickets a piece right now, so I was not ready to spend almost 300 tickets to play this deck, but these guys came in clutch, let me borrow them. Thanks, everyone follow them, check out their stuff. They're all content creators, and they're all really great at Legacy. So that's the deck, and let's get into it. Let's see if this is actually as busted as I hope it is. All right, so we're on the play in round 1, which is a good place to be with your Stompy deck. This hand is pretty close to being something I'm interested in, but like it doesn't do anything on turn 1, and the turn 2 is just Narset. So unless like Narset is able to wish for Lion's Eye or like dig for Lion's Eye Diamond, and then also I don't know. This seems medium all around. That doesn't mean I'm going to mulligan it necessarily. This is not the sort of banger you want. All right, I am going to mulligan it. Okay, this one has turn 1 Karn or Urza, so I am much more interested in that. I think I'm going to ship this Minamo School at Water's Edge. Just have my follow-up banger. I'm going to bobble them to see what they're up to. and that will inform me which of these 4 drops is better and if it's likely to resolve. All right, Preordain. So this could be a Delver deck, in which case we're likely dead regardless. I am going to lead on Urza, because it doesn't get lightning bolted and it represents mana. All right, it resolved. That's lucky. All right, so it looks like they are a Delver deck. Wasting me when I already have Urza in play is bold. All right. I was gonna say main deck Pyroblast, give me a break, but that's not what it was. If only. It's the mana short on that one, so I guess the beatdowns continue. What a trusty old Rug Delver. Okay, that's important. That lets me blast through Dreadhorde Arcanist, this combat step. Actually it doesn't, because I still want to cast Hullbreacher. Yeah, I guess I just pass here. Like, they're gonna attack with Arcanist, Chain Lightning, my Construct, and then hopefully I'll be able to block with Hullbreacher. Guess we'll see. Ooh, maybe I'll get to snipe a Preordain with Hullbreacher. Hope you don't have days. Damn it. Rug Delver's so good. Alright, now we're almost certainly gonna be dead. Yeah, there was one turn where I missed a land drop where if I had hit it, would have had Hullbreacher in play last turn and all of this irrelevant. That doesn't help me. Oh, my kingdom for Hullbreacher. Yep, we're just getting Rug Delvered. They use all their soft permission and their card selection, and now they're going to pull way ahead. So I can save 1 damage by blocking an elemental, but then I lose Urza to a lightning bolt. I'm not going to give it up that easy. I think if I lose Urza, I lose the game on the spot. Not that I'm doing a good job anyway. Alright, I'm dead. Okay, so now that we know what we're up against, those sorts of all-in plays are much more dangerous. Alright, Urza is not great in these matchups. think I want defense grid. Urza just being a 4-mana blue spell. Just gets pyroblasted all day long. I think I want one of the ballistas in. Probably the dismember. I don't know if I want both, but alright, if I'm doing all this, what is the payoff? Narset is also kind of a liability against the Pyroblast deck with 1,000 bolts. But I guess like every card that I'm gonna play is bad against Pyroblast or Bolt. So I have to make some plans with that in mind. I think Urza's Bauble might be the next worst card. Yeah, I have to overpower them. That's not it. Come on. This matchup's bad enough. I don't need a mulligan to 5. I guess I keep his hand. Mox Opal is a long way from being on. I guess that's not even true. Like, I can Ballista for 1. I have to get rid of 2 of these, jeez. Narset's definitely one of them. And I guess I have turn 2 Emery anyway. No, I'm actually going to get rid of Karn. I want to try to get myself set up here. Alright, that'll take the pressure off turn 1 Delver at least. And with the Opal and Island, I can still turn 2 Emery even if they have Wasteland. Not that their deck is hurting for answers to an Emery. It looks like they're about to force it, and as much as I would prefer to have Emery in play, that's pretty good. Like they play at least 5 lightning bolts plus whatever red blast they brought in, and getting a 2-for-1 off Emery is pretty exciting. All right, I'm gonna attack here, see if they block, because I'm gonna shoot this thing anyway. Yeah, the Multi 5 is brutal against Delver, which, I mean, is a pretty obvious statement, but especially against Delver. Yep, there's that jerk. All right, they're drawing Oko. Ooh, that might have been timely. Let's see how many of their million answers they have. Damn it. All right, it was still Force of Will. It could have been Lightning Bolt or Red Blast, so we still take those. Someday Hullbreacher will flex on my opponent. We drew another one, so let's keep the pressure up. Do I try to breach here? I think so. All right. They didn't get a trigger. All right, someday I'll cast a spell. I am drawing all my basics, which is pretty nice. Damn. Maybe I'm supposed to wait on that Hullbreacher. I don't know. Like, that was so juicy. Yeah, I think if I showed a little more patience, just took the 1 damage, and in hindsight's 2020, but still, feels pretty bad to like get red blasted, then they use the land that they would have needed for red blast to cast Ponder next turn. All right, here's Oko. Can I draw a source of mana? All right. I'm not even sure if I want to refill their hand here, but like, hopefully my deck is better at doing this than theirs is. Oh, Force of Negation, cool. Yep. So back to ripping. Oh, Ancient Grudge. Wow, what year is it? That's really good. All right, I'm dead. Crushed by Rug Delver. This has to be one of the worst matchups that there is. They have so many red blasts and ways to interact with what I'm doing. Multi 5 didn't help, but let's try to dunk on some less interactive opponents. All right, I'm on the draw here. Let's assess this hand. It has turn 2 Hullbreacher. I'm gonna keep this. Like, there's some upside here. With a no, I have turn 1 Emery, turn 2 Hullbreacher. Yeah, this is good. Depends on what my opponent's up to, of course. Oh no. Oh, okay. I think I can race Elves under most normal circumstances. It will require a Lion's Eye Diamond, though. They mulled to 5, so that's good news for me. Oh, there's a Lion's Eye Diamond. So I cannot go off this turn. I'm 1 0 mana artifact short from just winning the game right now. So I'm going to jam Emery. And then next turn, I can Hullbreacher and steal their deck. Breach their hulls, as it were. Yeah, I'm not going to do it right now with them on the mull to 5. Okay, the last thing I want to do is refresh their 7. All right, it looks like we're going to get away with it. Hullbreacher. Lion's Eye Diamond. Blue. Keep this one. Blue. Chalice of the Void. I just want this in play for the Elves. Not that I think it's going to matter much. All right, we're doing it. Is there any reason, I guess, Bobble, I can activate Urza once? Sure. Might as well. All right, they packed it up. All right, finally. We got to dunk on a deck that doesn't have 37 counter spells in it. Okay, against Elves. They have Collector Oofs, so I want my Dismembers, and I think I want my Echoing Truths. I think that if they don't have some sort of hate piece in play, I'm going to win. We have comparable Goldfish, but I have Chalice also. And I think like Oof, Thoughtseize, and Abrupt Decay are really all they're going to bring to the party. I'm not going to bring in Ballista because the card I really care about is... oh, no, that's not true. So I was going to say the only card I care about is Collector Oof, but I also care about Allosaurus Shepherd because if I have Chalice on one, but they play Shepherd, but then I can shoot the Shepherd, making their things counterable again. So the cuts here... I really hate getting Opal flooded. Even in combo mirrors, like I hate drawing two of that card most of the time. Hers is a little chonky. Narset and Hullbreacher are just good against their Glimpse plan anyway. Yeah, sideboarding's tough because you can't cut too many enablers. Like the shell of this deck is pretty important to keep intact. Maybe I don't want Ballista. I think that's planning for a losing board state. I want to play to win with my combo deck. I don't think this is a keep. It just doesn't do anything quickly. Alright, this is a Chalice hand with turn 2 Narset. I'll keep this. I think I want to ship the second Ancient Tomb, though. Like, my mana is pretty safe unless it's, like, they could, like, Reclamation Sage or Oof a Seat of the Synod, or they could choke Islands. But I think in general I can rely on my lands sticking around. Yep, here's the play draw coming to bite. Ooh. No, I'm gonna save the Dismember. I'm not gonna fire it off on Dryad Arbor. I am gonna play this Lotus Petal though, in case I need to dismember this turn. I guess I bobble here too. Just want to see what they're up to. Alright, Quirion Ranger's coming. Alright, that one's covered by Chalice. I really hope I don't have to dismember because Narset needs this Lotus Petal. Alright, looks like we survived that. So I can... This is gonna hurt, but I can Narset and also dismember. Ooh, the LED is half of the combo. Yeah, I'm doing that. Youch. Alright, here we are. They didn't do anything with their mana last turn, so that makes me think they don't have anything to do. Let's find an Echo and just... Oh, Karn's pretty good too, though. Alright, what do we have? I can get LED this turn, and then Lattice next turn. So they can't Thoughtseize me because I have Chalice. Yeah, so I'm going to get LED, and then I'll get Lattice next turn. All right, yeah. I just dunk, dunk, dunk on poor little elves. Just like Rugdelver dunked on us. All right, so we've outmuscled the other non-blue combo deck. Let's see what else we can make happen. All right, on the draw for round 3. This hand is not remotely keepable. This one's pretty good. So I think I ship... I'm not sure if it matters, honestly. I guess if I ship Seed of the Synod... No, I think I'm just all in on this Echo either way. So, or in case they're a discard deck, I should probably keep one of these around, or both of these around. All right, I'll bottom Seed of the Synod. Oh, are they a Thoughtseize deck? They probably are, but they didn't have it. So, oh my god. Why tease me like this, deck? Oh, I just have it. Never mind. I thought I had to pass the turn for a second, but I think we're going to turn one somebody. Boop, 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 boop. Get fucked. Wow. That was pretty nice. Wowee! Magic the Gathering, folks. All right, so I would expect by Urborg Go that we're playing against a Dark Depths deck of some variety. So I want my Echoing Truths and nothing else for a deck like that. And Emery can be a little wonky in these matchups, and as usual, drop an Opal. Yeah, like a deck, like the decks that play Urborg are Dark Depths and like big mana, like Ancient Tomb sort of decks as a backup plan. And any deck like that wouldn't keep a hand that goes Urborg Go. But Dark Depths would keep a hand that's just like Urborg, Dark Depths, Vampire Hexmage. So they probably had a turn 2 Merit Lage, but we had a turn 1 cast our deck. Chalices can be pretty strong against these sort of decks, and this is a turn 1 Chalice on 1 plus Emery. And we get a redraw off Bauble, so yeah, I like this hand. This hand is pretty susceptible to a discard spell, though, which I'm pretty sure they play 7 or 8 of. All right, Depths confirmed. All right, that's a good one. That can get Caracas, but not in time to actually stop me from doing anything. All right, so get this Chalice in. That's step number 1. So let's see if they crop rotate in response. All right, they did not. And now I'm gonna just puke my hand into play because I don't want them to be able to discard it. All right, did not mill a twister, Echo of Aeons. I don't think I would have cast it here anyway. As they're down to 3 cards in hand, I feel like I'm ahead, and I'll grind this out over time. I'm going to save the bauble to activate on their turn, because I don't want to draw a card just for them to discard spell it. But I'm definitely going to bauble now. Show me your secrets. Show me your 1-drops. Oh, Force of Vigor. Don't show me that. Please no. Okay, so I can jam Karn here, and that kills the Lotus Petal. I can actually jam Lattice here. Huh. Well, this is something. All right, I'm gonna start with Opal. I basically have to sequence this in a way where they won't Force of Vigor me. All right, they could not be fooled. All right, did it instantly. Okay, is there any reason? No, all right. All right, so I'm still casting Karn here. I'm gonna use Lotus Petal. So they have to respond with Reclaimer now if they want to get this activation. All right, so I'm going to move to combat, get them to use their floating mana before I make any decisions. Yeah, I imagine they just have to get depths here. All right, so is there anything in the sideboard that I actually want or matters? So I guess what I'm weighing here is what if they draw a discard spell versus what if they have Assassin's Trophy for Karn? Like if they have Trophy, I want to wish for something now. If they draw a discard spell, I'm going to feel really silly. I have LED in the graveyard, so I have 6 mana anyway. I don't need to get LED, so I'm actually going to wish for Liquid Metal Coating. Or, yeah, I'm going to wish for Liquid Metal Coating because I don't really care if that gets discarded. But I do care. Like I still have Ensnaring Bridge hanging out in there. I guess they can attack with Elvish Reclaimer. Oh, they didn't do it. That's fortunate. All right, that was actually just a crazy good draw. So I'm gonna cast Coating, and I'm gonna coat Thespian Stage, and see if they make Merit Lage in response, and then that will inform what I have to do from there. Okay, they made Merit Lage in response. That's fine. All right, now what do? I want to Wish for Ensnaring Bridge. And I don't want to take damage if I don't have to, so I'm going to make Lion's Eye Diamond. That turns on Mox Opal. All right, now their board is ensnared. And I can start chewing them up with Coding plus Karn next turn. All right, yep, they're just dead. All right, that was the biggest flex. We got a turn 1 on the books. All right, on the draw again. I have turn 1 Chalice, but not a whole lot going on there. I do have 2 turns to draw a payoff, like another blue source, to have turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Urza. I'm actually going to keep this. It's not ideal, but I mean, it does stuff. Oh no, Tropical Island. My only weakness. And at least I can play around days here. I cannot play around Wasteland though. That's going to be really bad for me. Aha, countered, countered, countered. Oh no, is this the creature draw? All right, that creature is not the worst. All right, so last turn I was playing around days. This turn I'm not. I think I want to use Narset to try to find an LED right now and continue playing around days and get them hellbent. Well, we did it. Let's hope it works. If they saved a Force Will till right now, yeah, there it is. We're fucked. I did discard a second Echo, which I can cast next turn. However, I won't have Narset anymore, so yeah. They timed that correctly. Awkwardly, I would have beat the crap out of a Force of Negation if I just jammed Urza, but I played around days instead. Yeah, they're not even going to elk this Chalice. It doesn't matter at all. I'd rather have a 3/3 than a Chalice of the Void right now. Do I want to refill their hand? I guess I'm not winning a game where I don't. I'm not winning a game anyway. But I might as well try to show up. Nope, all bad news. So if you go back through my videos, I haven't played against Rug Delver in a league in probably a month. Like this deck farms all the challenges, but league players tend to be a little sillier, a little whatever. But not today. Twice in 4 matches. Though knowing that you have a bad matchup against one of the best decks in the format is pretty important. All right, here's the deck. It's just like I did last time. All right, this is a turn 1 Emery, but not much else going on there. I'm gonna try to do better. All right, I think this is better. I'll ship one of these Karns. I hope I won't need both, but probably will. All right, this is the first time we've had a Chalice on the play against a Delver deck. All right, show me what's in your hand. Don't show me Wasteland. All right. Hullbreacher. Oh, well, that's Karn. All right, I mean, this is the kind of game we can win. It's just now I have to make decisions. I think I just want a plus. Like, I don't want my Chalice to go away and then Karn get bolted. Like, Karn can, I can Lattice next turn. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Do we win or do we not win? All right, we won. No force of will, no problem. All right, let's do that again. I don't think my plan changes on the draw. It just gets worse. I guess I could bring engineered explosives in. That might be better than walking ballista, actually. Do I want both? Like, do I want to settle into some sort of fair game? Am I ever gonna wish for walking ballista? I guess that's a better plan. Like, if I'm not gonna use Karn to get this card, why is it still in my sideboard? And the answer is probably that I don't have a whole lot of things left to cut. No, just speeding out a Hullbreacher is so important here. All right, walking ballista, sorry. Yeah, on the draw, I think my fast man is even more important. All right, walking ballista, you had your chance. You're out of here. It's possible that the first ballista is better than the second Urza, but Urza is just such a monster. Though we did see a game where my turn 1 Urza resolved and we still lost easily. All right, this one has the turn 1 Echo, but we're on the draw, which makes that a lot worse. And I'm not doing anything else here. Like, if this hand had, like, if this was Hullbreacher, I think I'd keep this. Maybe I'm supposed to just hope to spike. I'm gonna keep this. Like, basic land, fast mana. We'll see. Had a turn 1 Delver, bummer. I guess I can get a little peek. Ponder. This hand does beat Ponder. So going in here, like because of LED's drawback, I don't think I can actually go in here. I think I just have to pass. Like I think I can get into a fight over this Narset, and then after that, go for the Echo. Yeah, they play so many forces these days. They have somewhere between 5 and 7 in their deck. And now their hand is totally different than it was last turn. I can cast Emery this turn, then Narset the following turn, and if Narset resolves, I can go for the Echo all at once. So this isn't the worst. They did not shuffle. That's lucky for them. So I can play Emery around days here. Does expose Lion's Eye Diamond to something. It's an artifact removal, but oh, there's Force of Will. That's a good card. And if they floated that on top with Ponder, just to flip Delver, like letting me know that they had Force, that makes me think they have another Force in their hand. Like they wouldn't have just passed the turn like that. When they could have had Force and choose not to. It's not a real thing. Alright, I can no longer cast Narset this turn. Oh, Wasteland. Such a good card. I could have cast 2 Echo Vans last turn, like they counter one, I just cast the other, but that's not even good. Then they refill their hand. Well, so now I have a choice. I could lead on Narset, or I could just breach some halls. I guess I should lead on Narset. Alright, they're not impressed. They shouldn't be. Ooh, that's a good one. I'll take Dismember for this. Yeah, that mucks things up at least a little bit. I am at 9 though. It's not very much life against Delver. Yeah, sucks. I had to use Narset to find that Dismember. Alright, still holding that Force. Ugh. I have to try to bait this Force somehow. Alright. Force pitching Force. That's interesting. Alright, so Urza can't get lightning bolted. Hullbreacher can. That's a big difference here. Oh no, don't do stuff. No, definitely not that. Fuck, now we're very dead. It's weird they haven't picked off my Lion's Eye Diamond yet with that Ancient Grudge. If they do that, we're dead. Or I guess I can still rip one off the top and pray that their 2 cards in hand are nothing. Please let me get to my main phase. I guess I don't even need to get to my main phase. Alright. Alright, Hullbreacher. Resolves. Resolves. No, don't bolt me in response. Don't bolt in response. Ugh, damn it. Alright, now they get a fresh hand. Guess I can spin again. Not really sure what that does. Which of your 7 counter spells would you like to cast? Alright, yep. Another one down to Rug Delver. Alright, one more round to go. Alright, in the final round, let's hope we're not playing against Rug Delver. This opening hand doesn't do anything. Alright, this has a Chalice on 1 and a turn 2 Urza. This is a keep. I'm going to send Mishra's Bauble away. That's the least impactful card in this hand. Though it would let me know if I'm in a matchup where Chalice on 1 is good or not. I wish I could activate the Mishra's Bauble before I decide what to bottom. What a world that would be. They did mulligan to 6, and this thing resolved. Let's see what happens. That's not a wasteland. I'll take that. Alright, I'm just gonna shove Urza into play here. Alright, that resolved. What deck has Bloodstained Mire in it? It's gotta be like Goblins, Reanimator. It has Bloodstained Mire in it and kept a 1-lander. I'm thinking Reanimator. I'm trying to find a bauble so I can know what they're up to. Alright, yeah, they're scooping it up. Yeah, I think LED is the correct take there to win the game, but I think I was already winning the game. So I was more interested in figuring out what deck they're playing. Like, if they're goblins that kept an Aether Vial hand, then I'd rather have Walking Ballista, Engineered Explosives kind of stuff. If they are Reanimator, then I'd rather have Tormod's Crypt and Echoing Truth kind of stuff. I think I'm going to play like their Reanimator. And I think Narset. No, I think Emery is worse. No, Emery with Tormod's Crypt is a lock. Alright, I'm just going to do this. Just some small thing. They could also be Storm, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Storm is a pretty likely candidate now that I'm saying it out loud. Alright, this is a turn 1 Echo. So I'm going to keep it. They mulled to 3. Are we gonna lose on a mull to 3? They're gonna mull to 3. I'm gonna echo, and then they're gonna have a perfect 7. It's actually a strong reason not to echo, but my hand doesn't do anything else. All right, Reanimator confirmed. I think I do want to echo these Grizzlebrands out of here. I mean, it will refill their hand, but it also gets rid of the Grizzlebrands. I could Hullbreacher now, which stops Grizzlebrand. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that. And then they play discard spells in their deck, so I'm going to hold off on my baubles. So Hullbreacher turning Grizzlebrand into just a 7/7 lifelink. As funny as that sounds, just a 7/7 lifelink, but that's very different than a 7/7 lifelink draw 14. Uh-oh. All right. Thoughtseize themselves. All right, so they're going to get a Chancellor into play. I wish I could discard Urza in response, but I cannot. All right, so now my job is to beat this Chancellor. All right, they have Exhume on top. All right, how does this turn work? Definitely doing that. Emery costs 3. Chalice also costs 3. Chalice also costs life, which is the real beating here. So if I pay 1 for Bauble, then Emery will cost 2, but still costs 3. Yeah, I think playing Chalice is my best bet here. Just having the most artifacts in play for when Urza does arrive is going to be the important thing here. Second Breacher. What does that do to the race? Nothing good. Yeah, so they attack me to 6 here. Ancient Tomb puts me to 4. Yeah, so I think I just need as many artifacts as possible as... I should have tapped Ancient Tomb for that. All right, well, I milled the Tormod's Crypt, so I'm good if they go for anything else out of the graveyard, which they're not going to. I also milled one of my Echoing Truth, which sucks a lot, because that's what I'm looking for. So let's look at this deck for a second. What actually helps here? Echoing Truth. I think that's it. So I should bauble, even though it costs me a mana, because the mana is not going to matter. Just need an extra look for Echoing Truth. None of those are Echoing Truth. I am deceased. Yeah, I'm not sure about that wheel, like the echo. It's really hard to know. Like if their last card in hand was Reanimate, then I feel smart, even though it didn't pay off. If their last card in hand was like literally anything else. Oh, I didn't even bring in the second Echoing Truth. I was drawing to no outs. All right. Good to know. All right, being on the play though, Karn wishing for Ensnaring Bridge is good against this deck. Dismember doesn't kill anything, that doesn't matter. Urza's whatever. Yeah, I think I want to cut another Urza actually. So I would hate to get Thoughtseize reanimated, and they have my Urza. We have the turn 1 Chalice I'm keeping. We can even play around this Chancellor trigger. Alright, so cast Lotus Petal. Nope. Cast Lotus Petal. Yup. And bobble. I'm gonna bobble them on their upkeep. Just clean up step. That does work. Normally, ka-chow. Never didn't have it. All right, we got our 4 mana for Karn now. Chugga chugga. Yeah, there's no reason to pop the Tormod script right now, because then they can just rebuild and go again. Like, I want them to commit a card to it. Like, I want them to cast the Exhume or whatever. And then we bomb. Now they have to rebuild. Ooh, Echo. Who does that help here? I guess it's me. My hand is empty, and they have 6 cards in theirs. Oh, wowie. Does any of this do anything? Just having the Opal and the redraws in play are all good. I don't think I want to show them all that I'm capable of over here, though. I still have the Chalice. All right, just fetch, go. Lotus Petal in hand. I'm not going to draw another card, because I'm likely to discard my whole hand this turn anyway. Ooh, getting a peek with Spyglass is nice. Now I get to know exactly what I need to play against. And the answer is nothing at all. So I guess I name, like, Bloodstain Mire? Oh, I name Grizzlebrand. Though it's not going to matter. Alright, so I can cast Hullbreacher. And then also Lattice. And that's the game. Alright, so we dumpstered 3 decks that aren't Rug Delver and lost to 2 decks that are Rug Delver. The turn 1 potential of Hullbreacher, costing a blue and 2 colorless, like I said in the deck tech, but the way it feels in practice is even more significant than the way it sounded on paper. I think that if this is a deck that you would be inclined to play, that this is very close to the way to build it. Like we saw in the Rug Delver matchups, like I'm not comfortable having a terrible matchup against the best deck in Legacy. So there's that to consider. But you might be able to mess around with the sideboard to make it better, or just be luckier than me. I don't know. But that's definitely a tough matchup, and it's an important one. But Hullbreacher was fucking bananas. We got a few crazy turns for the highlight reel in this league. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed Hullbreacher Mania. I only have these Hullbreachers for about 24 hours, so I'm going to try to record a number of Hullbreacher leagues in a row. So make sure you keep an eye out, subscribe to the channel, make sure you get those when they're hot, and I'll see you next time.